On my seriously untidy bench here, I have the makings of an AC induction motor that I pulled from the scrap metal skip in work. What am I doing with it? Well, I'm turning it into a lamp, of course. What I've done so far is stripped it down and I have assembled the rotor inside the two end pieces, and I've left the bearings on them in actual fact. And what I've done is I've drilled a 7.2mm hole in the centre, which I'm going to tap for an M8 bolt, which is where the bulb is going to go. I have thought about using the stator, but to be honest with you, it's a bit heavy and awkward. I pushed the windings out a little bit in my press just to expose them, but I'm just not sold on it. To be honest with you, I think it's going to look pretty good by just using these pieces, and then this is going to be our lampshade. So let's get that hole tapped. So now let's take it all apart. All I have to do is remove these 4 screws and the whole thing comes apart. I am now going to use a flap disc to remove the paint from any of the housings because we're going to be clear coating this. And a final polish with a little bit of WD-40 and an abrasive sponge. I have removed the paint from the base, which is actually the forward flange of the motor, and I have masked it up because I'm going to paint the inside of it black here. Now that the paint has been removed in places I wanted it to, it's time for the clear coat. So let's get that onto it. And there is the motor clear coated and put back together. So now let's turn it into a lamp. And there is the mock-up with the shade on. I thought I had a bulb holder for it, but turns out I don't, so I have to go and pick up a bulb holder. And here we have a piece of copper tube notched at both ends at the opposite sides, which is where the cable is going to run down from the top down to the bottom. And the wiring is in. I'm going to see if I can just tidy things up there like that, the way it's kind of sitting off centre, but we'll come back to that in a little while. For the moment anyway, I have a bulb holder with a switch and it's a bayonet bulb holder. I also bought a bulb. So first thing I want to do is take out this little earthing point because we'll do the earthing elsewhere.